Well, good evening and welcome to Cat Yoga. I'm Carlos. This is Baby Monster. Welcome back if you're a regular. If you're brand new, welcome and thanks for coming. And we will start just relaxing, meditating with our hands to our heart. So I believe it hit 100 today here in Tucson, but no matter how hot it gets, we still have to do our warm-ups. So we'll go through our warm-up ritual. I'm going to grasp my feet, inhale, lengthen the spine, and then exhale, fold over my legs, relax down here. On an inhale, slowly come up. We'll go into our camel ride from Kundalini Yoga, exhaling back, rounding the back, tucking the chin, inhale forward, arch the back, look up slightly, go back and forth like this. Exhale back, inhale forward. And tonight we're doing everyone's favorite set, the elephant set. So instead of making a straight forward, straight back movement, we'll do more of a natural movement with a rolling of the spine. So like a wave. Feel your spine falling into perfect alignment. Stretch your toes. If you can feel that rolling movement, let's reverse it and roll backward or the opposite direction of whatever you were doing. Massage your feet. Massage your feet. Can you hear this cat purring? Oh, she hit the mute button. I asked you, can you hear this cat purring here? microphone wasn't muted that whole time. Let's see, next time you get to the front, release your feet. Let's go around in a nice circle here. Let's go around one direction and then the other. Speaking of elephants, there is a new baby elephant at the Reed Park Zoo. And as soon as the zoo is open, I plan on visiting it and then seeing if what they say is true about an elephant's memory, because it should be able to remember everyone it meets for years and years and years. If you'd like to, you could bring your arms overhead. I'm going to make a small, concentrated movement, mostly right down here. She saw a spider. I'm going to bring my hands back to my heart. Keep going. And I'm going to return my hands to my knees. So with your extra stability, you can go deep into the pelvic floor. Gently pulling upward. How about one more time around? And then let's fold our legs the other way. Tuck your feet again. Sit tall, and then exhale, walk your hands forward. On an inhale, walk your hands up. I wonder what she just saw. Hard to tell. We'll go into our twist. Start with a deep breath. And then twist to one side. Inhale back to center. And exhale, twist to the other side. Keep going. She's up to something. Optional arms overhead to center. Spine is long like a string of pearls. Next time you come out to one side, you can drop your arms but continue to sit tall and continue to breathe. On an inhale, come back to center. Uh-oh, she's eating something. What did you find? On an inhale, you can come back to center. And exhale, float your arms down. And shake your legs out. So we'll do a sitting Ganesha asana. So this is our first pose dedicated to Ganesha and the elephant-headed god. So he can be seen sometimes sitting in this position with one leg down, one leg up, the elbow on the knee, and this hand just on this leg. And try to sit tall, taller than me. All right, try the other side. Other leg up, other leg down. Seems like one side's harder than the other. How about one more breath? And then release. And then we'll do our thunderbolts. Start with the basic. Sit on your flat feet. Optional arms overhead. And then we'll try, we'll we'll try curling the toes under. Are you after something? Come here. The arms up like this. And we'll try curling the toes the other way. See how far I can get. So I'm going to come up to about here. I'm holding some weight here, working on this one myself. It's about all I'm good for. And then let's do our squat of the evening. Any kind of squat you like to do. I'll just do a wide-legged garland pose with the elbows between the knees, hands together. When I drop my hands, it pushes my knees apart. I think that would be sufficient. So then, hold the mat, press up to your hanging forward bend. Relax here. So another Gajasana or elephant pose would be to make your arms into the elephant's trunk and swing it from side to side. Maybe all the way around to the side and back of you. Looking for peanuts. All right, then I'm gonna bring my legs a little further apart with the feet still parallel, and we're going to go forward and back. I'm gonna have to step back so I don't swat baby here. Little forward and back movement. Okay, if you want to come up, the first time be super careful. I'm going to bend my knees to come up. And then your trunk swings all the way up and back and then down. Nice and loose, like an elephant's trunk. Your arms don't have to be straight, like in the wood chopper pose, because this is it's a trunk and not an axe. Inhale up, exhale down. I'm going to come up one more time, and we're going to end in the lower position. So, and back down. Relax here. So walk your feet out sideways into straddle, but make it a narrower straddle than normal, because we're going to do a reversed or revolved triangle. So we'll do it from down here. It's much easier from down here than it is from standing. So let's turn both our feet to one side. And then remember, with our triangle, we're going to keep our legs straight rather than bending them in a lunge. And I'm just going to plant one hand here next to my foot, and then the other arm's going to go up, and that's it. We can take one more breath here. Lower that arm. Come back to center. Take a breath or two here. Turn both feet to the other side. Keep the legs straight. Walk your hands over. Plant the opposite hand, and then rotate upward. So this is a revolved or a reverse triangle. The regular triangle would be this way, and do it this way, opposite hand, opposite foot. Make sure you get it right. And one more breath here. Come back down. So just in case you actually didn't, if you switched it around in the interest of symmetry, I'll show you what I did here. So the regular triangle would be like this, and the revolved triangle would be like that. So just so that you do the same thing on either side, doesn't matter. Let's walk our feet out a little further, and we can just relax down here. If your mat is large enough or your floor is clean enough, you could drop your head down. Anything you like to do. And whatever you're doing, slowly start to work your way back to center. Slowly come up. Shake everything out. If you want to, you could have a sip of water. I'm going to wait between part 1 and part 2 to have my water. You can take as long of a break as you want. So we'll just have like 2 more poses, and then we'll take our water break. So we'll do the Kalari elephant, everyone's favorite. And I've always said that you can actually add to what we do by doing a turn. And the turn is not necessary by any means, but in this case, I will do the turn because I want to show you a side angle and then a front angle, and in that way, I'll turn just once. I won't keep turning around. But so here's how it goes. I'll run through it if you've never done it before, you don't remember. So we'd start here. I'll do it fast. So we would come up like this, reach back as far as you can, then up, forward, over, down into a squat, elbows together, thumbs to the nose. We'll hang out here. This is not as low of a squat as I can get. This is deliberately hovering about here. And then the first time we come up, the arms will go to one side. It doesn't matter which. Reach back, forward and down, go down. Second time up, back like this on the other side. Last time, the hands split into elephant ears, and we'll relax here. So I'll start turning sideways so you can see my profile, and then I'll turn towards you. The turn will be here, and all you do is just sort of let your hands lead you back and turn, and that's all it is. And they do a whirling spin, but we can just do I'm going to do a very simple turn. If you turn, you'll end up looking away from me, so that won't really work, but you can do it if you want. So we start here, relaxing. So pace yourself, because we're doing it 3 times, and we're going to go nice and slow. So breathe freely, the arms come up, reach back as far as you can, and then the arms the hands point up, forward, and then down, looping under. I'm just going to come down about this far, elbows together, thumbs to the nose, breathe here. Take a big deep breath, and on the exhale, press up. And already the hands are coming to the side, and as they reach back, I'm just going to turn towards you. Down we go for the second time, looping under to here, breathing, pausing just for a moment. Take a deep breath, exhale, come up, come out to the other side. Up and over, forward, and then down. Last time, breathing. One more breath. Exhale, press up. Split the hands, big elephant ears, and relax here. So it's possible that my head got cut off in the video. You don't need to see me, it doesn't matter. All right. How about a nice side stretch? We'll do our teapot side stretch because it looks like an elephant's trunk as well. It could have just as easily been named an elephant's head rather than a teapot side stretch. So my feet are parallel, not too wide but not too close. And then make your teapot shape or your elephant's head shape, and then the elephant's trunk goes up and over, exhaling, up and over. So the hand on the hip gives you lots of leverage. So you can really feel this one. Don't overdo it. Again, don't worry about your ribs, that's obvious. See if you can feel a gentle pull from the hip to the shoulder. And then see if you can feel it from the knee to the elbow. And then all the way from the ankle to the wrist. And then on an inhale, reach up and release. And we'll do the other side. Whenever you're ready, take a big deep breath and exhale over. So first you feel it in your rib cage, and then you expand it from hip to shoulder. Go real deep inside to feel from the knee to the elbow. And then just feel that you want just a gentle pulling from the ankle to the wrist. And then we will inhale and reach up, and then release down. All right. So there is an elephant balance. Let's see, should we do our balance? Let's do our balance after we come back. So let's do the side angle pose and see if we can bind that up. It's very elephant trunk-like. You'll see what I mean. So come out into a 5-pointed star. And so for my side angle pose, I like to go really wide, but that's just me. So I'm going to turn both feet to one direction and look in that direction, and then bend the knee and drop the elbow to the knee, come into side angle. So I'm still widening my stance out. And if you want to try to bind this up sort of like an elephant's trunk, the trunk would drop behind, or this hand could be the trunk reaching up and under. And then I'm sort of joining my hands. There we go. Join my hands behind me. Just trying to knock me over. All right, to get back up, I'm just going to drop this hand down and then maybe bring the elbow to the knee, and then something like that. Okay. Good. So you can see how wide I am. I just like a wider stance for this pose. I'm going to turn both feet to the other side. Bend that knee. Coming into warrior just for a moment, but we don't even notice it. And then elbow to the knee. Side angle. And then optional, the trunk drops behind. And you could even just drop your arm there and not do anything with it, just for fun. And then of course we've done this with the strap before. There we go. But we lost our cat. All right, let's come back up. So from this wide pose, I don't think I could jump in and not wake a sleeping cat. In fact, she's not going to let me. Well, I'm going to have to sneak in when she's not messing around with me. Get out of the way. Well, I'm just going to have to do it. Okay, good. So let's see. So there's another Ganapati. There's a movement called, or a pose called the twisted trunk of Ganapati, and it has the same twisting of the arms that we just did, but it's just from a hanging forward bend. So I'm turning sideways so you can see this. It would just be this arm here, this arm here, and then squat down if you need to join the hand there. And then for the bird of paradise pose, you'd come to standing on one leg from here, but I'm not going to do that. But you can look that up online afterwards. The bird of paradise. So I'm going to release here, come up a little bit. This arm's coming over, hanging. This arm's going through. And again, this is called the twisted trunk of Ganapati. So the Gana, that's the elephant, that's in Sanskrit. That's prefixes, refers to the elephant. So Gana, Ganapati, Ganesha, Gaja, also Gaja. All right, that's good. Come up carefully. So why don't we take a break, and then we'll come back and do our balances. So take as much or as little of a break as you wish, and we'll be right back.